Who is in your city group? Maybe the first people who come to mind are the core, the faithful folks who show up every week and are really active in the life of the group. And then there's the outliers, the people who come every once in a while, who aren't really involved in the group and you never know if they're going to show up or not. In this video, I want to give you some city group help on what to do with the problem of inconsistency. Define the mission, describe the present, and diagnose the problems. First, define the mission. If a large part of our mission in city groups is to care for one another in a community that feels like family, then we can approach the problem of inconsistency from the perspective of family. So ideally, families know each other and are known by each other. We don't let somebody fall through the cracks. If a member of the family goes off on their own and starts to miss gatherings or holidays, the rest of the family checks up on them. Additionally, family should be the place where you can come back after being gone for a while and pick things up right back where you left them. Now, obviously, there are some differences between a church family and a biological family, but defining the mission in this way puts us on a path for both care and grace. A city group is not a place where it should be easy to drop in and drop out, because that cheapens community. Likewise, city group is not a cult where people are shunned if they don't show up, because that operates out of a place of shame rather than a place of grace. So in our groups, we should strive to be a family that both elevates the importance of being together and also welcomes people as they are. Next, we describe the present. Who are the core members of the group who show up pretty much every time? Who are the people who only show up every once in a while? And then who are the folks who have shown up once in the last 3 months and seeing them is like seeing a unicorn? Who are the folks who reached out about visiting your city group, but they never followed up or they never did it? The goal is to have a comprehensive list of here are the people I am responsible for. This is my city group family, warts and all. Finally, diagnose the problems. Go a little deeper here and try to write down the reasons why people have missed city group, if you know the facts or you have a reasonable guess. For example, this couple couldn't make it last week because they were sick. These folks were out of town on vacation. This person works evenings every other week. If you don't know the reason, put a question mark. This will tell you that you need to do a little bit more fact-finding. Resist the urge to assume the worst, like, I think this person skipped city group because they don't care about the group, or they're making an idol out of their kids' activities. Those assumptions will not help you either get to the bottom of what's causing the inconsistency or grow in compassion for these people. When you've thought through the 3 Ds, you'll likely have a few folks in mind who are going to need your attention. What's next? Here are some thoughts on how to address inconsistency. First, fill the gap with trust. We all have a gap between our expectations and the reality, and the healthiest thing to do in relationships is to fill that gap with trust. This means choosing to think the best of people and assuming that you can trust them, that they are not inconsistent out of malicious intent. This posture will keep you from an accusatory or a judgmental tone. It's also a good barometer for when you need to have a conversation with somebody. See, if somebody is inconsistent in attending your group and you notice that it's really difficult for you to fill that gap with trust, then you know it's time to talk with that person. Second, lead with curiosity. When you approach someone to say that you haven't seen them in a while, how you approach them sets the tone for the conversation. My recommendation is that you be curious. Curiosity reduces defensiveness in the other person. If they know that you're asking about their attendance, not to judge them, but to understand them, then they'll likely be more honest and feel more connected to you. Ask questions that address the facts rather than motives, like, we missed you at City Group last week. Did Jack have a soccer game? And compare that to, we missed you at City Group last week. Why were you gone? A helpful practice when leading with curiosity is to try and meet with the person one-on-one or in a smaller group. Maybe that person just feels disconnected from the group, and you reaching out for a personal connection can remind them, oh wait, these people do care about me. It's safe. Third, seek honesty and truth. Nobody is helped by dishonesty or half-truths in community. on the part of the other person, don't let them off the hook with an easy, "Oh yeah, we've just had a lot going on." If there's a pattern of inconsistency, then you can say, "It seems like you've been really busy, and it feels like it's been a long while since we've seen you at City Group." Honesty might mean that you both come to the realization that your city group isn't the best fit for them, and that's okay. And you can be honest about your feelings too. You can say, "Listen, it's really hard for me when you say that you're going to come and then you don't. We put effort into making our home a welcoming place for everyone, and when you choose not to come, it can hurt me. Sometimes it feels like you're not committed to our relationship." Now, that's such a difficult thing to say, but sometimes it needs to be said. People need to know that in community, our choices have consequences for each other. Fourth, admit that you might need to change. What I mean is that there might be something hard that you need to hear as well in this conversation about inconsistency. Maybe this person was hurt by something you said or someone in the group, and they left and they just haven't known how to deal with it, how to make things right. Maybe the culture of your group wasn't very inviting for this person. Maybe it's as simple as they can't figure out how to get the GroupMe or the Slack to work, and they're really bad at communicating. This inconsistency, this conversation about it, could be an opportunity for you to grow as a leader and to learn how to love this person better. Finally, welcome enthusiastically. Train your city group. When someone who is inconsistent comes back to the group for the first time, do not make jokes about how you never see them. Instead, just express how glad you are to see them. Surround them with warm greetings and love. Take as your example the father in the story of the prodigal son. The father's enthusiastic welcome showed what he really valued, and by extension, what God really values. It's not about keeping a record of all the times you've missed. It's about the joy of getting this person back. That kind of love is the best motivator to return and live together in relationship as a family. Remember that if you need more help, talk to me or one of the other pastors or elders. We're here to help, and we might have some different insights into specific people and why they might be inconsistent. This is all a wisdom game. There's often not a right or wrong way to do things here. It's about loving people and leading them well, and that often takes wisdom, so it's helpful to have wise counselors around us. If you need us, we're here to help. I hope that this city group help was helpful. Until next time, leaders.